any drunken stories?
The night before I do.
That was Brickyard.
When the Pennsylvania family comes in?
No.
No?
No.
That was Brickyard Link.
No, Pennsylvania family.
That was a hell of a night, though.
They're fun. It's all good because we see them usually once a year, and sometimes when we go out there and whatever. But no, they're a fun group. I mean, we play games and stuff like that. Drunken stuff is not really. I mean, we have a drink or two, but
so let me hear about your one time you got drunk before the Indy 500.
Well, it wasn't the Indy.
It's Brickyard.
It was
Brickyard.
Brett's right.
Here's how the track works for me. You go out there with good intentions. I'm gonna have a couple beers. And then the next thing you know,
Pack
I'm like,
6, drink 12.
Right. And so then the next year you're like, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna buy beers. I'm not gonna bum beers. I'm gonna pack 12. And you're still looking around going, huh.
I'm short a few.
Where'd all those beers go?
I got to go down to the concession stand.
Mary, how many beers did you have?
What happened?
You actually start counting beers.
Did my
you actually start counting beers?
Did my styrofoam cooler break and I was dropping beers behind me? What is going on?
That's kind of like coming here when we record. I start out with 6 in the cooler, and I'm like, well, maybe I need
it's
just
better
like
than 6 in the can.
Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple. Maybe
a couple more in the can.
Maybe we need 9. Maybe we need 8.
Whoa, 9 in the can. I heard that.
That's aggressive.
You.
That is Cincinnati aggressive, and we don't need that.
So I've been at the race where it was in '92. It was like 47 degrees race day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've also been there in like I want to say it was like 89 or 90 where it was 91 degrees, hotter than three hells.
Yeah.
Sitting in those stands, packed in with all those people.
Yeah.
When in '92 when it was so cold, you didn't want to drink because the beer would run right through you.
Yeah.
So you were going and pissing all the time. When it's hotter than hell like that, you really don't feel like drinking also.
Right.
Because you're just so miserable up there.
Well, you burn through it too. I mean, when it's that hot, you sweat that.
You sweat it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
when Link used to be able to go to the race, like legit beginning to end.
Yeah, so
that changed as your work changed. I think
it did. So generally, when I was working in the ticket department, I worked all morning long. But once
by the way, I loved it when you worked in the ticket department.
I know you did. I know you did.
I like that he air quoted ticket department.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I loved it when you worked in the ticket department.
Nobody knew I did that. They do stamps. Now. Yeah, my tongue is still dry, by the way. Yeah,
he's got a lizard tongue.
But so when the green flag dropped, we basically closed up shop, and so then I was allowed then to go out into the stands and hang out with friends and family or
turn
whatever.
2, right?
So turn 1 there for a while. We were in Southwest Vista, top row.
Did you have to clock out first?
No, it's not. Shit, I forgot to clock out.
The motherfuckers owe me for like 765 days.
Hopefully Roger Penske's not listening right now.
Owe me money.
Hey, Raj! About that one day.
Still got 6 days coming.
We sat up in the top row that year when you said how cold it was, and our dumbasses were in short sleeve shirts and probably shorts.
Yeah, we were kids. We didn't know.
And luckily, my sister was about 15 rows down.
We were in row V.
And it wasn't you, it was Lori.
The sun came out.
That's right.
Yeah, but so...
Not for us.
Of course, she planned and had jacket and sweatpants and stuff like that. So we literally walked down and said, oh, you're not using your sweatpants? And we put our arms through the sweatpants. Because we were top row. So if you're top row at the Speedway, the wind comes through there.
Whipping.
And it's 10 degrees colder on the top row.
We were in the shade the entire time.
Yeah.
If you're in turn 1, top row,
But you would kill for those seats.
Freezing our
great view.
Off.
Any other
great
year.
View. Yeah.
Because you would like the shade.
Yeah.
The shade's great.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shade's great, and it's a great view of the track.
Yep. Yeah, it's not bad. So I'm over in turn 2, middle of turn 2 now is where I sit.
Yes.
With
great
the fam.
seats. Great seats.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. Everybody's got their opinion. What's the best seat? A lot of people like to watch the pit action.
Yeah. So what? And I think that's interesting because some people
finish
do.
Line. Right.
There's a lot of people they want to be there at the start finish line because of they want to see the end. They want to see the beginning and the end. A lot of people like the short chutes because really in the short chutes you can see down the back straight. You can see down the front straight.
Depending on where you're at.
So either one of them, you generally can get a pretty good seat. And if
Hammer and Brett
if you're high enough up,
height and
if you're
length.
high
So
enough,
like where
I'm
you're
listening,
if you're
Tom.
high
Go
enough,
ahead.
you can
I'm
see
listening,
so
anything.
where you're in the middle of turn 2, and if you're
Look
high
into
enough, you
his
got
eyes,
1,
Tom.
2, 3, and probably see part of the short chute on
Again,
the one end, almost into
son
4,
of a bitch.
right?
I'm still listening, Tom. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's the thing. The
You guys
vantage
should otter
point,
hand it up.
We're
to
looking.
see how much track you can see if you're in a seat.
All right, so race day
Okay.
tickets. If you had race day tickets to buy, where would your seats be? Brett.
Anywhere?
Brett,
I would-
anywhere in the place.
Yeah, yeah.
I would
You
probably
had to pick one.
I would probably.
Thanks for your answer. All right, Tom. That's a
Tom's
that should
busy
be,
laughing and clapping.
No, I was going to get to the point, Edith.
Yeah, right.
I'm listening,
where
Brett.
you sit. Where you sitting?
I was going to go 4. Then I was going to
Top
change
of
to
4?
1. Yeah.
Top of 4?
I'll
Top
stay
of
4
4.
though. I'll stay 4.
Tom.
I say top of 3 or top of 4.
Okay, Linko.
No, I'm looking penthouse and turn.
That's where I'm
one.
at.
Nah.
Tom
E-
E.
turn
I'm
one.
E.
Yeah.
Penthouse.
Turn
Turn 1.
There is
hangs,
not-
hangs
Yeah.
over the track.
There's nothing
Right.
like that group of cars coming at you to start the
Right.
race.
Yeah,
There's-
yeah,
there's
nuts.
nothing-
Yeah.
there's
It's nuts.
nothing like
But I
So,
think after the start of the race, though, that action's gone. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you
So
can
the
still
rest of
see
the
all
race-
of 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and you can
And-
see 4.
They're
see all the way
they're-
coming out of
And
4.
you can see the
you.
midget
Yeah.
getting the Hummer in the
In the
infield.
infield. Yeah, right.
There
That's
you go.
bonus. That's
That's
a bonus.
for him for sure.
Yeah, boys.
But I would. That's if I could go pick seats. That's where I'd pick.
Those are the
East
toughest
End.
ones to get.
Yeah, East
Yeah,
End.
so,
Penthouse.
but when you talk about the best seat you can get, I think you got to put that into perspective that you can get. You know, not everybody's going to go out there and drop $4 on a ticket to the race.
A
So
little
when
different,
when you can go out there and
probably. I don't know if it's
face-
400.
face
but
value.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I think they're
families-
probably
well, but
two
there's
something.
a lot of seats you can get that are
Used to be
still
you had to scalp
great.
those tickets
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
no tickets
Yeah.
were available.
Right.
10
right,
years ago,
yeah.
you could pick a ticket up off the ground.
Well,
Yeah,
absolutely.
really.
15 years
Absolutely.
ago. 15 years
Right.
ago.
White
But-
Castle wrapper box. Oh, there's an Indy 500
Indy
ticket
500.
I'm going in.
So
then I'm gonna stop at the
think
Wild
that changes
Cherry
because when you
afterwards.
ask people, you know, the best seat that you could get, you know, and I think that's where they go. They're like, oh, that I can get. Maybe I'm going to be on the back straight in the infield, or maybe I'm going to be in a pen. You know, so I think
Yeah.
for everybody that experience is different.
And I was a
And-
GA guy for a long time.
Oh,
I was
Yeah,
in the
I
infield.
general miss. Yeah,
you
go
know,
sit
I
in the
still
infield,
say
yeah.
that's the experience.
Sure,
The
absolutely.
GA is the experience.
Absolutely.
You learned some stuff.
You learn a lot. You learn
Especially
things
if
you
you're
didn't
going with Dick.
necessarily want to know.
If Dick was taking you to the track,
So one of my earliest memories. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit.
you don't have to.
I actually do because it was. I remember it pretty vividly.
Was it worse than a midget blowjob on top of a white van in turn 1?
Probably comparable because
Okay.
it was. It was
and that's
with,
probably cleaned up version.
it was
by the
within
way.
touching distance of me,
Oh.
legitimately.
touching me, touching you.
Oh, there's a lot of touching. I wasn't involved though. So
Sweet Caroline, dude.
What was his name?
Caroline.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. There's one down there.
Are those colder?
Yeah, they're.
go ahead.
I don't know anything. So we're we go there in family, right? We got the van. We pull shit out, cooking breakfast and stuff. And there's a couple.
So you had the van.
Yeah, it was down by the river. There's
Was it an Astro van?
no, this was
Rastro.
a GMC work van, a Rastro. That's a fucking great callback.
The Rastro van. I had a Rastro van.
the Jetsons.
Do you remember the blue Rastro van I had?
No, I was talking about the Jetsons. I don't know what you're talking
We
about.
actually did have an Astro van, not the one we took there, but so we get out. Dad's cooking breakfast, all that stuff, and I look over to my right, and there's a dude.
Cooking sausage.
No, he was kind of
Laying pipe?
getting in on his chick, not laying pipe, but a little foreplay action,
Oh, okay.
and
Milking the udders for.
and then he kind of got very graphic because people were watching, so he's kind of playing the crowd, and I'm like, what in the. What's going on here, man?
Dexter, what's it doing?
Is his finger supposed to be there? Because that don't seem right, Dad.
Dad?
Come on, I declare.
I
I declare. I tell
So-
you what.
But that you just didn't know what you were gonna get when you were in that
Right.
GA group.
Yep.
It could be
Yep.
somebody. We also, I think we have a picture that I took with a dude passed out in a lawn chair, and you're like, this is 3 hours after the race. And like that guy is passed out in the lawn chair.
Still, yeah.
You just don't know what's going to happen in there.
Yeah.
And that was part of the appeal, even as a younger kid, because you're like, I'm going to see some stuff I shouldn't see, and that's kind of cool.
And it's approved of.
Yeah,
It's approved of.
Here it's okay. Here it's okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sideshow.
It's a track.
It's a sideshow. That's. I mean, it's you're going to see what you're going to see, and you never know what that might be.
So one of the greatest. Go ahead.
No,
Lee.
I was just going to say, and that's the stuff I was not shielded from, but that's
Correct.
the stuff I never
Part of that.
You worked through it.
any part of it.
Literally worked through it.
Well, you just weren't exposed.
And the thing is, I mean,
working.
I didn't like going.
The girl
out.
on top of that car, she was exposed.
Yes, I didn't like going out in my because I had my
Titties.
I had my logo shirt on. I had my credentials on. So you go out and people want to ask you questions. They
That's
how do
gotta
I get to the
suck.
How do I get to the bathroom?
How do I go?
Yeah.
Where's the hey, I want to complain about this.
Sir, do you work here?
I mean that's pretty much what it was. And so
No,
yeah,
I bought this at the gift shop. Leave me alone.
I went out. Oh, I got an F1 story one time. I know we're not talking F1. But
Let's go.
Let's
go.
do it.
Tell
Hit
it.
it.
Tell
Hit
it.
it.
Because I got a story that doesn't involve me, but it's a
The whole-
great track story. Go ahead.
The whole tire fiasco when
Michelin.
the Michelin and when they went out and ran like one lap
That's when I quit going
and then
to the
went
F1
back
race.
into the garages
yeah.
and
They quit.
refused
They quit.
to run the race.
Yeah.
Called it the race. Yeah.
And the fans, so we shut down the admin building. They called the local cops. The cops came in. The fans were
Really?
banging on the doors.
Really?
And so we had people out
Of the
in
of the
logo
admin
shirt,
building?
out on the grounds working, and trying to get stuff done. And we were calling them on their cell phones and going, "Take your logo shirt off." They're like, "I don't have another shirt." They were like, "Either buy one at the gift shop." Or literally take your logo shirt off, or
And
turn
go-
it inside out, or something. Do not let anybody know you work here.
And also take your
Because-
pants off
I-
and go
no,
run
I
around
mean-
the track.
Didn't care.
I didn't even think about that. Lee,
Didn't
but
care.
I remember when that happened. We didn't buy tickets for that race. We bought. That was absolute horseshit. That was absolute horseshit.
We were legitimately worried about
their
our
safety.
Yeah.
coworkers being out in the field or out on the track, and people
Getting the shit beat
giving
out of
them
them.
crap
Yeah.
because even though they had nothing to do with the decision. So,
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was messed up. So a good friend of mine and his brother and my couple of my brothers. It was a not Fast Friday, carb day.
slow Thursday.
They go in there, party it up. Good friend of mine lives literally 2 blocks from the track, so they're all leaving the track. Not Fast Friday.
Slow Thursday. We've already established this. Come on,
Slow
Jeff. Come on.
Thursday. It is Slow Thursday.
It's not Fast Friday. It was Carb Day. So everybody's back at this guy's house.
Link says it's Slow Thursday.
Everybody's
day.
everybody's at this guy's house, and everybody goes, "Hey, where's Steve?" Don't know. It's 6:30. The track back then used to officially close at 6:00.
The gun went off.
The gun went off
Yep.
6:00. Everybody left the track. It's now 8:00. My buddy hadn't seen his brother. He gets a phone call from Steve, his brother. Chip goes, "Where are you?" Well, I think I'm inside the track. Chip goes, "Are you shitting me?" He goes, "No. I just woke up out of a bush." He was in a hedgerow.
Oh, an actual bush. Okay.
Yes,
Sorry, I was thinking.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you have to pay extras to stay late and wake up in a bush.
In a bush,
You have to pay
yeah.
a lot
I
extra.
don't know.
this
I
is
woke
like
up and I smelled
7:30.
fish, and it was horrible.
This
top of
is
it.
like 7. This is
Wow.
like 7:30. The track's been closed for
They
an hour
don't
and a
serve
half.
sushi at the track, do they?
Track's been closed for an hour and a half. My buddy goes in there to find his brother. He drives up to the gate. Guy goes, "Hey, you can't get in here." He goes, "No, my brother is inside that track." And the guy goes, "Ain't no way. You know no way he's still inside the track." He goes, "He's on the phone right now. He's somewhere between turn 3 and 4. He doesn't know where it's at." The yellow shirts let him in. He goes, grabs his
kidding.
brother,
Wow.
and drives out of there. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god,
pretty good.
That's
hilarious.
the
Pretty good.
best track story I've ever heard.
Right.
Pass out. Ooh.
That didn't
man.
come through. It's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway,
So I've got a slow Thursday story.
Oh, nice.
Actually, my favorite
carb day,
of race weekend